Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a special Halloween two-part episode of Bracket Up, where we throw a bunch of random crap into a bracket and work it down to tournament. We figure out what's the best of something. Today, because it's a Halloween episode, we're doing two brackets. The first one is the best item to get in a Halloween bag. You go to someone's house and you're trick-or-treating. Someone gives something to you. What's the best thing? We've got a 16 item bracket right here, and then when that's done, we're going to be jumping right into the worst item to get in your Halloween bag, not your Halloween bracket. Excuse me. And there's all sorts of weird shit in that one, but we're starting out with kind of normal things, delicious candies, as you can see. But before we get started, as usual, I'll go down the list and introduce everybody. Andy Mysuck, you've got the Lance Briggs jersey on again. Are you going to keep wearing that since the Bears won last week when you had it on too?
Yeah, I mean, I take it off after the game, so it's not really getting dirty if I'm just sitting here. So
good, man. You're not sweating through the armpits?
No. Also, Kelly walked right by and didn't come say hi to everybody.
Ooh.
Come say hi, Kel.
Your dog's
She
in the
says no.
background.
Yeah, she's
She's a dog.
yeah, she's back there too.
And I see your Buzzswole is still watching over us.
Yeah, he's gonna be in every episode. I bought him while on the podcast.
Love it. Our unofficial mascot and official mascot can be Buzzswole. All right, underneath Andy is Big Bear Dave Holloway. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing good. I think Andy should be also wearing his Buffalo Bill shirt if he.
Oh, do you want me to go throw that on?
Sure.
All right.
No,
Maybe do
it's
it in
fine.
between the episodes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, just do your introductions. I'll come back waffle over.
God. All right, underneath Dave is Greek Lightning Tom Kairos. Tom, it's good to see you back.
Hey, good to be back. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too. We were putting this together right before we started recording, and we were chuckling like crazy. There's some funny stuff going on. We're
Get
bringing
ready
the
to
energy
giggle.
today. Get ready to giggle, boys.
Ready to giggle.
So we can't say that again.
No, I actually posted it on the social media with the last episode.
All right, lastly, underneath Tom is King Julian Griffin, the Giggle King, specifically.
Yay, me, the giggle king.
The best nickname for Julian. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right. Thank you very much. I didn't see the giggle king coming. That was great.
Well, it's going to stick. So when we're on episode 100 in like a year and a half, you'll still be the Giggle King. I'm kidding, man. Everybody ready to get started?
Yeah.
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 All right, awesome. There's not going to be any ties today. We've got obviously an odd number of people. So we will leave our significant others out of this for the first time in a while, I think.
Oh.
All right, very first round, Snickers and Heath. A Snickers bar and a Heath bar.
Ooh,
I-
what's gonna
okay,
fuck up
this-
my teeth more?
This might be a hot take, but Snickers sucks.
Fuck you,
That sounds
Andy.
pretty
What is
hot.
wrong with
I hate Snickers. It's such boring generic candy. Heath bars, on the other hand, that's some good
Have
shit.
absolutely nothing
same.
on Snickers.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No, get out of here.
Snickers is a champ.
Snickers is layered. Heath is literally a brick of like chocolate and toffee, which will fuck your teeth up.
Yeah, if you got
Totally
shitty
worth
ass
it.
teeth,
Yeah,
but
fuck your
us
teeth up.
real teeth men, we could chew
Us
through a
real
Heath bar.
teeth men.
Yeah, us
Us
real
teeth men.
men.
Damn. I don't even know what that means. I need to go
Don't
see
you be
my dentist.
insulting my teeth.
Like for
Your
real.
weak ass teeth.
They are
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go to my dentist, and my dentist is gonna come over and slap the shit out of you, Andy.
Wouldn't be the first person I knew who came to slap the shit out of me.
Oh my god!
Jesus,
But Snickers,
man.
it's got nougat. I don't even know what nougat is to this day.
It's good shit.
Nuts, chocolate, and Heath is nothing but pain and
And
a
suffering
filler.
and not as good. Look, I
Heath
I
isn't
knew,
memorable. I had it
knew-
like a couple times. I don't remember what it tastes like.
If I'm in the grocery
can't tell
store,
you.
if I'm in the grocery store line, I'm getting Heath is in my top 3. There's other candies on this list I might get above it, but at the bottom of that list, around the York peppermint patty, is the Snickers bar.
What's wrong with the York peppermint patty?
I mean, if you were talking about generic, it's just mint
It's
and
about
chocolate.
the same. It's then Heath is nothing but toffee and chocolate.
Toffee
What's
is
the
just
difference?
it's so good. I'm a big
It's
fan.
like the most
Packed
bland
caramel,
candy,
that's what it is.
too. Like look up a
Hard
picture of a
packed
Heath
caramel.
bar. It's the most boring looking candy.
Snickers got too much going on. Tom, Andy, jump in here and
You would
also
get
shit
Heath
on me.
bars from those people who like, for whatever reason, didn't want to give out candy.
Oh,
That's where you get Heath bars from. I mean, look at the grocery stores. When you go to the grocery store and you're getting ready to check out, what do you see? What candies do you see? Do you see Heath
Heath bar.
anywhere? Nope.
Yes.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
Heath bars
Snickers.
at the grocery store line.
But you see Snickers all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, at the bottom, because no one
Hey,
wants a fucking
The
Snickers.
vending machines at work do not have Heath bars. They have
Exactly.
Snickers.
Yeah, because people who get Heath bars aren't like, at the candy machine. We go to the
Because
grocery
people
store,
who
get it in line.
Heath bars are weird.
Tom, Andy, either jump in and shit on me as well.
Oh
And
no,
they
I love
probably
Heath
don't
bars.
wash their hands after they use the bathroom. That's
I
what Heath
don't
bars
mind
are.
Heath bars, but I gotta say that Snickers are a little bit better between
no.
the two.
Oh,
That's just
no.
a more personal choice. Like, I just think it's got better taste to it. I don't mind Heath bars; they're okay. I actually kind of like them. I've had like Heath bar ice cream and stuff like that,
So
and in
good.
those cases they're pretty good. But just as the bar itself, I think Snickers it outshines it a little bit.
Andy, where you?
I
on
love
this?
Heath bars.
Yeah.
I really do. It's been
Candy's
an acquired
right.
it's been an acquired taste for me. I didn't used to like
That's the
them,
thing. It's an
Um,
acquired.
but
Yeah.
I like them a lot more than I like a Snickers. And I like Snickers just fine. There's nothing wrong with the Snickers, but if I had to choose, I'm picking a Heath bar every
Yeah.
single time.
It's an Andy
Shoot-
thing. Must be
shoot me
must be
down
people
here.
with a higher IQ eat Heath bars, right?
Shoot
Thank
me,
you. So you're
shoot me
telling me
down
my
here.
teeth are
but
bad
of,
and I'm stupid just for eating Snickers. Fuck you, sir.
of the ones that are on this list, Heath bar's like the boomer candy, right?
No.
I'll
Don't say-
agree.
Kind of. My mom likes them.
Yeah.
Okay, say hi to Murray. She's getting in on this.
Hello, Murray.
Murray.
Ow.
If she knew we were here, she'd be very angry.
Yeah.
Mm.
But she's not trying to jump through your webcam.
No, she smacked me in the face though a couple times.
That's normal
She,
behavior.
because she even realizes that Snickers is the better candy. She's
Kinda
trying to tell
smacks
you to
some sense
stop.
into you.
She's trying to get you to stop.
We good to vote on this? I think I know where this is
Yeah,
going.
Oh, we all
I
know.
think
where
it's
this
going to be
is
a 3-2.
for Heath bar.
You can put
Yeah,
mine-
let's go Heath bar. Julian's just gonna be like, oh, "Fuck you guys, Heath bar, baby."
No. Snickers all the way.
All right, Snickers moves on. Next up is original plain M&Ms against non-original, non-plain bottle caps.
Okay.
Andy-
Bottle caps are so fun.
Oh,
Ooh, I've got
Okay,
some support
fine.
for
I do
bottle
like-
caps.
I do like bottle caps.
I like bottle caps a lot.
They're so freaking good. The best Wonka candy is a bottle cap.
M&M's
can you
melt
go
in your
against
mouth,
an
not in
M&M?
your hand.
I like M&Ms too. I just like
Oh,
bottle
right
caps
there,
more.
50 Cent.
He said, not in your head.
I mean, neither of these do much for me. M&M's are better than bottle caps.
I would agree. I like bottle
strongly disagree.
caps.
strongly.
Julie, we
M&Ms
gotta be
are
fighting
You
over
got
boring.
here.
flavors in your bottle caps. You got
Yes,
root
you
beer, you
do.
got cola, you got grape, you got cherry, you got orange. It's a medley, man.
You know,
it is a medley
Who
of delicious
doesn't like?
A medley
Thank
of
you.
sugary
That was
drinks.
beautiful. That was
right.
beautiful.
And what I mean, M&Ms are good, but it's just everything tastes
I-
exactly the
Yeah.
same.
And then
You
after
know,
a
you
while,
don't even
you'll
see
feel
bottle
sick.
caps anymore.
Yeah.
You haven't
No,
been to
you
the Dollar
don't.
Tree.
if I were to buy one of these two,
I have-
I'm buying M&Ms. But I think if I got it in a candy bag for Halloween, I would actually be happier to see the bottle caps.
Same.
'Cause I
Ah,
probably
get-
have
Oh,
8
no.
other M&M bags already, but I would only probably have like a couple or one thing of bottle caps. So
I think the first time I tried bottle caps was when I was trick or treating.
yeah,
Because like here I got like all of the regular stuff that you would normally get, and then you'd see bottle caps, and it's like, oh, what's this? And then you try it, and it's all your favorite sugary drinks, but in candy form. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
wonderful to get as a trick or treater. M&Ms, you know what you're getting, and after a while, you start to feel sick. For me, at least.
What?
I think that's for anything on here, though.
no, I can eat a lot of Snickers and
Get out. Ew.
There are
Halloween-
certain candies
Halloween
that,
disease.
like, after a while, it would really make me feel like sick.
Here's what I have to
So-
say about bottle caps. We've established they come from the dollar store. So if I'm
Did
getting
we
them,
establish that?
Andy said that. I don't see them anywhere else.
I don't see them anywhere.
They're at the Dollar
I
Tree.
don't think
I get
Okay.
them all the
Well, then think
time.
of So think of
I
it
don't
this
think
way.
that's a negative.
No.
I do. I look at it like, oh, look,
You can get
somebody
M&Ms
went
at the
out.
dollar store.
Somebody went out and got some good old M&Ms. Probably paid a little more for my satisfaction. Then you got
Then
Joe
you're a
Schmo down
stupid
the
person
street.
if-
Forgot Halloween was coming somehow. Stops at the dollar store and picks
You
up some
can get
shitty ass
M&Ms
bottle caps.
anywhere. You can get M&Ms from Dollar Tree, Family Dollar.
Dollar
Yeah.
General,
Also,
Yes.
the
also
66-cent store.
says a lot when people are, people need the M&Ms. They're everywhere. You can get an M&M everywhere. No one's looking for the bottle caps. Just throw them at the Dollar Tree with all the other shit
This
going on.
dollar store argument has nothing for me.
Look,
like,
I don't
the-
like
the
either of these.
floor
I'm
for
just trying to
good
throw
candy,
something out there.
Like the cost floor for good candy is so low that $1 is like, okay, is that an insult? Okay, $1 candy.
Why
cool.
is,
God.
why is Andy
Like-
trying to be all high class with his shit?
Oh, interception by the Bears. Fuck you.
I bet you the best candy is probably dollar candy. Like,
That has to be.
Hey, look, I
Like-
used to go to a candy store where you could get shit for like nickels and pennies. So
yeah,
I'm
that's
just
probably some
throwing
good
shit out there.
Yeah.
I know. I was about to say, man,
You can
moving
get
out
all
to
of this
Tinley
candy
Park
at the
done
dollar
fucked you up. Why don't you remember your humble beginnings in Bridgeview? sir?
Shit ass Bridgeview.
See, if I could though, I would have swapped because I don't think this ever came in like a trick or treat form, but I would have swapped M&Ms for snow caps because I
Yeah.
Hey,
love
caps.
snow caps.
You can
Snow
get
caps
some
are
everywhere.
not as good as M&Ms.
No, well, maybe, but I just think they were different.
not
I'm
really.
so satisfied that chocolate flavor.
Oh.
Boy,
You
is
didn't
this
get
gonna be
that in
another 3-2
trick-or-treat
and
form.
I lose again?
Hope so.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be the case.
You already know where I'm at. So,
So not only do I have bad taste in music, but I have bad taste in candy. Apparently,
step your game up.
is it 3-2?
I'm an M&M.
I'm
Yeah, I'm going
M&Ms.
bottle caps because I think it's more exciting.
Yeah.
M&Ms are
Yes.
consistently good, but
That's a surprise, but I'm
Bottle
happy.
caps are just-
That's a very big
unfortunate.
surprise. I might have to vote for Snickers next round.
Yeah, okay.
I actually
Next-
have a funny story about Snickers if you guys want to
Ooh.
hear it.
sure.
This is when I lived in Ruston, Louisiana, and it is poor as fuck. And I lived right next to, I lived next to a Family Dollar. All you had to do is just walk like a block there. And they had like a Thanksgiving sized Snickers bar. And I'm talking this thing was at least 2 pounds of nothing but big Snickers that you could cut into slices, and it was on a Thanksgiving sale.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's
so
awful.
cool.
Holy shit.
I hope you bought it.
No, I
That's
didn't because
Snickers.
where I lived was just a bunch of. I lived around a bunch of Indian people. Like I didn't know. I don't
Oh.
think they knew what Thanksgiving was, and I'm like, who the fuck is out here buying 2 pound Snickers bars for their whole family? How poor do you have to be? I was flabbergasted.
I would probably buy a 2-pound Snickers bar once.
Keep it for
I've
To be
seen
like, I did it.
people buy 5-pound gummy bears. Why not?
But Gummy Bears has novelty to it somewhat. This was in a Family Dollar,
So
and
what
no
you-
one touched it.
So what
It
you're
stayed
saying
there
is
for like at
you're-
least 2 months.
I thought we just
Yeah, I wanna
argued
touch it at
last
that
time
point.
that Snickers had like novelty to it, where Heath Bar was just boring.
Heath lost. Go away. Get over it.
All right,
All
next round.
Yeah, next matchup is for me. This is a very, very tough one. Hershey's
Agreed.
Cookies and Cream Bar against a Twix bar.
These are
And-
probably my 2 favorite.
Yeah, these are
I
good.
think Twix is underrated, but for me personally, almost nothing tops a cookies and cream Hershey's bar.
It's
I-
incredible.
I like them
I
a
gotta
lot.
go.
I just can't eat them very much because my teeth hurt. Like for some reason, that is a very specific candy that causes my teeth to hurt after like a couple bites.
The cookies and cream?
Yeah, it's
Huh.
delicious. It's a great couple bites, but it's just so rich and sugary. I don't know. I can't handle it sometimes.
But see now Twix has a cookies and cream, and that's obviously not what's on the list. But I'm interested to see what that tastes like now.
Now, Andy, earlier you asked what we were going to pick out at a like grocery store checkout line. Legitimately, it's always cookies and cream for me. I
Yeah, what-
always pick up a bar at like Walmart if I'm in the
What are
line
you
ahead.
happy to see when you get your?
Oh, I'm thrilled to
treat
see a
bag.
cookies and cream in my trick bag.
Yeah, usually people
If
get like
that's the case, then I'm gonna have to go with Hershey's cookies and cream as well because like you always get Twix. It's in the party pack, but you wouldn't see Hershey's cookies and cream nearly as much.
No, you want to talk about a boring candy? It's normal Hershey's. Good chocolate, but it's boring. So
It's
boring.
cheap. Okay,
I didn't even know that
chocolate,
came
but-
in like a trick or treat size.
it
Yeah,
does.
they have
just
fun
put in a
sizes.
bar.
Oh,
They're
they're
fun
so
size
good.
ones.
Everyone
They
should be
do?
eating
I didn't know
cookies
that.
and cream bars. Yeah, I love Twix. When I said the grocery store line and was making the argument for Heath, these are the two ones I'd pick ahead of Heath. So, cookies and cream is so good. I'm going cookies
Yeah.
and cream.
I'm going cookies and cream.
Dave's
Same.
cookies.
I think
and cream.
Twix is underrated, but cookies and cream.
I'm sticking with Twix. I mean, I know it's lost, but
Yeah, me too. I like Twix maybe a little bit more. They're so good.
Twix is so good.
Oh,
If
well.
Twix won that, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for Twix. We wish it was going up against this next one, Boston Baked Beans.
Okay.
Do we need to vote? Can we just vote?
One second.
Do we even need
One
like
time out. It's a 5-0 sweep. I love Butterfinger.
good?
I just think Boston Baked Beans need some love. It's a unique
No.
flavor. It's
No.
fun. It's delicious.
It's an owl pellet.
When was the last time you had some good old Boston Baked Beans?
2 years,
think
6
I've
months,
ever had
14
these.
days ago.
When my
What?
grandfather was alive, yeah, back in 2011, before 2011's last
Look,
time I had bought.
they are a good candy. They come in fun-sized packs.
Oh,
Oh no!
you know, I've been thinking this whole entire time that you meant like a can of beans. Because when I think Boston baked beans, I think the can of beans.
can of beans, yeah.
I also hate these though. These could be the worst. So it changes nothing for me. But it makes more sense on why it's on the list.
Look, I just wanted Boston Baked Beans to get some love. But they're
Dave just
not.
had this whole revelation just to find out that he still hates it.
Yeah, I still hate it.
Look, it's a 5-0 sweep. Butterfinger's way better. It's also a top tier candy.
I hate
Let's
it more
just-
than just a
let's-
can of beans.
Let's all just say one nice thing about Boston Beans.
No.
I like the
There's
color
nothing
red.
nicer. Yeah, I like that they're red. That's about it. Yep.
Poor
The only
Boston Baked Beans.
The only nice
Listen.
thing I have to say about that is just the fact that Dave didn't know that they were.
Listen, when you Google it, you have to include candy. Otherwise, you get a can of beans.
It hurts. Oh, I needed that. Thank you. Oh,
All
fuck.
right, let's go. Let's keep going.
All right. Next matchup is Holiday Reese's. Now, we got to be specific. This isn't a Reese's Cup or a Reese's Piece. This is like a Reese's Pumpkin or a Reese's Christmas Tree or a Reese's Easter Egg. Totally different thing than a Reese's Cup. And it's going up against Tootsie Rolls.
Does this really need any discussion either?
Yeah, really.
Doesn't.
I
Who
I
put
like
Tootsie
Tootsie
Rolls on here?
Rolls, but I could eat
Multiple
like 40
people.
holiday Reese's in a day. I would hate myself for doing it, but I would be fine. I
Tootsie
love
Rolls,
those.
Tootsie Rolls are
They're
just
good.
like mediocre, like chewy candy.
And they get
Oh,
stuck
they
in your
get
teeth, and
stuck
I
in my
hate that.
retainers. They get stuck in my retainers so bad.
Yeah, it's they're fine.
The
But we're talking
for the-
pumpkin Reese's here.
before the lockdown, I legitimately went over to a nearby Walgreens and bought and grabbed 2 bags of holiday Reese's. It was like the Easter eggs. at the
Cheated
time.
on pizza. I'm surprised.
And I told my coworker, "This is dangerous. I might eat this whole thing by the time we leave today." And he's like, "What, a bag?" I'm like, "Oh no, a bag is gone today. I might eat both bags before we leave."
Here's what
That's
I'll
impressive.
here's what I'll say. I went during lockdown to get holiday
There you
Reese's.
go.
I risked COVID for a pumpkin Reese's and Doom Eternal, and I regret nothing.
God,
And
life-
I haven't
life is
had
good, man.
Reese's in a long ass time. I would slap somebody's mom to have some.
Jesus.
I mean, I'll just buy you one. Just don't hit my mom.
I'm not gonna hit your mom. I said somebody's mom. Your mom will hit me back. I'm not trying to. I don't want.
Trust me, I know. 5-0.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Good thing the Boston baked beans aren't the only sweet.
Going
Oh
up
my God,
against
that was
the
funny as shit.
buzzsaw of holiday Reese's is either going to be a Bunch of Crunch or a Kit Kat. Now, I put Bunch of Crunch on there, and I love
Weird.
Bunch of Crunch so
Can't
much.
believe Bunch of Crunch
It
is on here.
looks
I
so
love that it's on here.
Weird.
It is.
Do they
goofy looking.
even have a fun size flavor of that?
Yeah,
Of Bunch of Crunch? No.
I thought they
Oh, wait.
did.
Yes, yeah, just a small little baggie,
It's
like a-
it's kind of like the
Oh.
Cracker Jacks fun
like
size.
a dime bag.
A dime bag of
Dime bag
Bunch
of
of
Bunch of
Crunch.
You got the
It's a
stuff.
small little-
Yeah.
I find them better than regular Crunch bars. Biting into one that actually is like bigger than a little like niblet is just so freaking
I
good.
don't know if I've
Can I
ever
get
had
a
Bunch
dime
of
bag of niblets of Bunch of Crunch?
Dude, you get more niblets in that dime bag. Oh man, I like Kit Kats too. I've got nothing against Kit Kats.
Kit Kat is in my top 3 candy. We've
That's
already
not
hit
bad.
the top
Too.
3 candy. Kit Kat is either number 2 or 3.
Kit Kat cool.
I do love
And this
Kit
is just a
Kats,
plain
too.
Kit Kat. It's
That's
like
what I'm
a
gonna
good
ask my
crispiness.
weed man. Is can I get a niblet?
The fact that I could get a dime bag of Crunch, a bunch of Crunch, is just the best.
Could that name be interchangeable? Because Crunch or Bunch sounds also good.
But
There's a
when you
lyric in
munch
an
a bunch
Eminem
of-
song where he says he's gonna munch a bunch of Crunch a munch. Something like
Jesus.
that.
Thanks,
God, that's
Eminem.
just the best wordsmith that's ever been created. He's just
I find that funny.
A lyrical genius.
oh for sure. Oh man. I don't know. I love Bunch of Crunch. I love it so much.
I feel like
I love Kit Kats.
my
rather
brain
go
says
Kit
Kit
Kat.
Kat, but my heart says bunch of Crunch.
Both my mind and
love
my
Kit
heart says
Kat.
Kit Kat.
Murray, you can't even have chocolate. Be quiet.
No opinion out of here.
Hold on, I got a letter out. What's the mark here?
2409.
I'll be back in like 3 minutes.
Okay.
I really thought it was a fucking can of beans. That shit is hilarious.
Hell, legit. That's why I'm like, that's an Andy. Why is this on the list? This makes no
not candy.
sense. It's not candy.
Oh god, the funniest part to me was when
Literally-
you realized I still hate these. Like no,
Yeah, no.
No revelation here.
I legitimately typed, I'm like, am I getting this wrong? Is it a candy?
Oh, that's
So I
so
put in
funny.
candy after it. And I'm like,
I
oh
gotta pee.
god, these are awful.
Mm.
I always wanted them to be like Red Hots or whatever those little hot red candies were.
You know what I should have put? Jujubes. I like
don't know if I've ever had
Jujubes.
those.
Jujubes are good.
I don't think I've had those either.
I mean, if there was witty
Oh.
banter, we don't even have to cut that out. I was
Those
going
are
for like a
alright.
minute. Was there witty banter?
Not really.
Oh, I guess
No.
We were just talking about how I got Boston baked beans wrong.
That shit.
Boston baked beans so
They
good,
still suck.
so good.
These are
They're-
legitimately. If I remembered what these fucking were, they'd be on the worst list. They suck.
They're so good. Me and Dominic had a whole bunch of them before. If Dominic was here, he'd fight for the beans with me. I mean, we'd both still vote for Butterfinger, but
Are you sure Dom wasn't thinking it was a can of beans?
no, Dominic was the one who bought them for us to eat. I didn't buy it.
That's a trick. Dom tricked you. He made you think they were good. He tricked you, Andy.
He ate more than me, I think.
It's part of his trick.
Do we really need to cut that out then? That was quick. We're good to go.
If you want, I'll just put the time still, anyways.
All right. So,
Kit
Yeah.
Kat.
Kit Kat.
I gotta go.
Kit Kat.
Ah, dang you. All right. Oh well.
Well, what are you, Andy? And
Bunch
Dave?
of Crunch.
Kit Kat.
I'll go a bunch of Crunch then.
Eh,
Give it a
Pre-
little love. Give it a
appreciate
little
the
bunch of
support.
Crunch love.
But is that how you really feel?
I already said while my dog was barking, I was trying to tell her to quiet. She wouldn't quiet. My heart says bunch of Crunch, but my brain says Kit Kat.
brain also says Boston baked beans, so
That's
No,
fair.
that was also a heart thing. I
Oh,
also
it's even worse that
voted.
it was both. All right, matchup number 7 in the first round. We've got Nerds against Three Musketeers. I'm on the Nerds train all the way. I think
Yes.
Three
Yeah.
Musketeers are gross, and I
Three
do not like
Musketeers
them
are-
one bit.
They're fine, but nerds are better.
I get
Nerds
bored
are
of nerds
Yeah,
quick, but I hate Three Musketeers. So
Dave's hatred for Three Musketeers is wrong, and he should feel
Okay.
bad. But it's
Why?
still
It's weird.
it's good.
I don't like
It's
the like
not-
nothingness,
I like it.
chocolatey.
I like it
Like-
quite a bit. It's
There's no
not nerds.
texture to it. It's
It's
like
too
literally,
light.
like
The lightness is what makes it so good. When you're eating a Snickers, it's very heavy, and you compared it to Snickers before we
Yeah,
recorded,
it's
right?
the worst Snickers.
And Snickers is heavy. This is a nice light treat. I don't feel like a fat, disgusting monster when I'm eating it.
You should
Right.
feel like one for most of these.
Except Boston baked beans, baby.
you should feel even worse than that for Boston baked beans.
You would just be a monster.
like I'm on par with John Wayne Gacy for liking him.
I'm
up.
more than positive. Like if you gave Boston baked beans to a homeless person, they'd throw it at you and spit at
What
you.
the hell's this?
Like, get the fuck out of here! I asked for actual money, and you gave me Boston baked beans.
I'm just watching my dog roll around on the floor after eating, and now she's staring back at me.
I'm
What
going
is-
nerds.
What's the gimmick with
England.
Three Musketeers? What's like the thing?
The
in middle?
lightness.
Is that all it is?
It's like
It's
airy.
light nougat.
Oh,
But
it's
why
a-
is it called
yeah.
Three Musketeers?
I don't know. Why is it
Does
called
any of these
nerds?
Because I
They
don't
look
know.
like little nerds.
Exactly.
They look like little nerds, but I don't
I
think
don't
of like.
relate to them.
Okay,
Ouch.
Go
all
nerds.
right.
Silence.
Yeah, I know. I'm nerds. I heard nerds from Julian. Nerds from Dave.
I'm Nerds.
Tom.
Yeah, same. Even though Three Musketeers was mine, I do love nerds a lot.
Three Musketeers got way too much hate here.
I've never enjoyed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's
I've
not my
always
thing.
hated it.
Too much hate.
Even when I wasn't into Snickers, I still hated Three Musketeers. So
All right. Last matchup is two very, very similar candies, at least in terms of size, fruitiness, and size and fruitiness. Starbursts and Now and Laters.
Get your
Now,
now and
before
later
you-
shit out of
Now,
here.
before you guys start shitting on Now and Laters,
Too late.
just think: Now and Laters are good, they're cheap, and they last a while. That's why
They're
they're
good
called
now.
Now and Laters.
And they're good.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Revolutionary. I can eat Starburst now and later because they come in a nice pack.
Yeah, but they go away faster. Now and Laters don't go away as fast.
whenever I had
What?
a Now and Later in my trick or treat bag, I was always disappointed that it wasn't a Starburst. I don't like Now and Later.
Now
You know
and
what?
laters are garbage candy for
Coming
garbage
from the
Oh,
people.
same
they're not
man that
garbage.
thought that Boston baked beans came in a can.
I
don't-
chow down on
No, not
10
came in a
boxes
can.
of Boston
Or a
baked
can of
beans.
Exactly. So I don't trust your logic.
Pretty sure Boston baked beans is a can of beans.
I would chow down on 100 boxes of Boston baked beans
I
before
got-
I'd crack open a now and later.
I don't
Don't crack
mind Now
them
and Laters,
open.
but they ain't Starburst.
Both
Is what my stance is.
I'm going Now and Laters, man. Fuck yeah.
They should call them just laters in general because I ain't eating them now.
Oh, you got
Damn.
jokes.
That's some
All right,
fighting
Julian,
words.
here's your shitty vote. I'm Starburst.
Wow.
You got mine, Andy.
Shitty
too.
vote. You put Boston baked beans and you have a racist dog. Go away.
That's all the way.
Yeah, I am a bad person. I know.
Starburst for me as well.
Yeah.
That's how y'all gonna do me? All right, cool. Whatever.
Get your now and later bullshit out of
Hey,
here.
you went against my M&Ms, so sorry.
Because
Give your-
M&Ms are boring.
Listen,
When it
Andy, I
comes
don't think
aside
you should
from
be
bottle
talking
cap.
because you have the worst entry on this list.
You do.
By far.
Yeah, so look, just like music, I got a bad taste in candy too. That's fine. It's fucking fine.
You got a bad tongue. All right, let's
Sounds weird.
yep. Let's start our Elite Eight out with the Snickers and bottle caps matchup that I know we were all clamoring for at the beginning of this.
I mean, I feel this should be a clean sweep for Snickers.
No, Jesus,
Snickers.
no.
Snickers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
It could
mean,
be 4-1, but not a clean sweep.
I
I'm
need to
going
hear
s- I'm
nothing
going
about
bottle
bottle
caps.
caps.
I'm
Okay.
going
Ooh,
bottle
3-2.
caps.
All right, and everybody else, the winning team.
Damn
yeah,
you
I
all.
can't, in good conscience, give it to them.
Good conscience.
All right, Snickers moves on. That's no surprise. Next up, cookies and cream. Hershey's cookies and cream against a Butterfinger.
I love Butterfinger.
Both
I'm
very
going
good.
Hershey's cookies and cream because Butterfinger got stuck in your teeth. I hate
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say about Butterfinger though: is they changed the recipe, and I don't know if it's as good.
I can't tell the difference.
I didn't-
There
didn't
is a
know they
difference.
did.
it.
It's a little crunchier. It gets stuck in my teeth less, but I don't think it tastes as good. I don't know what they changed, but it's not the same.
But they didn't change Hershey's cookies and cream.
They sure fucking did it, baby.
Gonna say maybe you had too many Boston baked beans and your tongue's fucked up.
Boston baked beans is a legendary candy. And
Cookies
you
and
all should
cream.
eat it. That's 3. Tom and Andy.
They're legendarily
cookies.
bad.
Yeah, I'll stick with that.
Ooh, big sweep. Bye-bye Butterfinger. Get the butter
Oh,
fuck out of here.
It went the way of the baked
Get
beans,
the butter
baby.
fuck out of here.
All right, bottom half of the Elite Eight. A holiday Reese's against a non-holiday Kit Kat.
This
I
is
feel-
my number 2 going up against number 1. I gotta go Holiday Reese's.
I gotta
got-
go holiday Reese's, man.
I don't think there's a way you can't go for holiday Reese's.
I'll go
Oh,
with the
no,
Kit
I'm
Kat.
still on Kit Kat. Oh, man, that's unfortunate.
Holiday Reese's. We didn't
How
pick
is
who we
that
thought the winner would be.
Oh, well,
I don't know if my winner would even still be in here. I
I
might
can
have.
just give you my top 3 at the end. So
I mean, yeah, we can all say our favorite candies at the end. Don't worry, Boston baked beans is not one of my favorites.
I don't know, man. You fought pretty hard for it. I
Yeah.
don't-
You put it
I
in
think
this
you said it was your
episode.
top 3.
think
Well,
that might
a lot
be
of
your
my
top
top
three.
three. A lot of my
Oh, no, you
top
said it
three
was
already
Heath.
got on the list. Heath is in there. Hershey's cookies and cream, Twix,
Okay.
Butterfinger. All
Yeah.
right.
Last up in the Elite Eight, Nerds and Starbursts. Is anyone going to vote for? Well, Julian, you might vote. You'll vote for Nerds, won't you?
Of course I will.
Starburst,
Tough,
baby.
Actually.
The lows of a Starburst are low, but I think
There's
in
only
general,
one high.
Cherry.
oh, there's a couple
That's
highs.
it. Just cherry.
No,
The pink one,
the pink
the
one's
water,
good.
Oh.
the pink
Strawberry.
one, the red one, the orange one. Bad green, bad yellow.
Oh, I
Is there
love
any
those.
green?
Starburst.
I don't know any green.
Are you
Starburst.
thinking of Skittles?
I thought they had a green Starburst.
Yeah,
And
but
other
nerds,
ones,
the
but we're
packaging
talking
for
OG
nerds
here.
is so fun though. Like you were genuinely excited to see it in your
It's like a
Halloween
Tic
bag.
Tac box. Are Tic
got
Tacs
tired of
exciting to you?
I'm going
No,
Starburst.
because
Yes.
Tic Tacs don't have those little cartoon characters, and they're meant to for making your breath fresh. That's what Tic Tac was for. But nerds,
So
nerds
Tic
is like
Tac-
a
so
nerds
Tic
is
Tacs are
basically
adult
sold.
nerds for adults.
I will say I think I would prefer
doubt
Tic
that.
Tac over a nerd.
I think I would too. They've got flavored Tic Tacs, my man.
they've got
Orange.
flavored nerds.
Lots
Yeah.
of good
Nerds
flavors.
are all flavored, yeah.
Got
But he's
all
over
those.
here like it's only for making your breath smell good. They're good flavors.
I'm going Starburst. I don't know if that's my vote there already or not.
No,
I'm going nerds.
you would.
You know
You know
what?
what,
Nerds are good.
I'm tired of your
It's
little
tough.
Boston baked bean ass. So
Boston,
getting real
Boston baked
tired of-
bean ass.
I'm
getting
gonna go.
real sick of you.
I just wanted it to get some love, and all it did was get shit.
No, if anything, I hate it more because I know what it is now. It would have been fine with a can of beans. I just thought it was a weird inclusion.
What, you never got a can of beans in your trick or treat bag?
I can
Nick?
see someone giving out a can of beans.
Oh, that's for next list. We got some good ones.
A can of beans.
Tom and Andy, you guys got the last two
I'm
votes.
I'm a little torn on this one, but I'm actually gonna have to go with nerds.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Andy, decision
Oh
maker.
boy. You know what? Nerds.
Andy, don't sit there.
Ah.
Thank you. I was about to say, don't sit there and ask me at the beginning. You're gonna vote for nerds, aren't you?
No, he was gonna. He changed his mind because of you and
storyline.
your incessant
true.
babbling.
No, not at all. I love
First of
nerds.
all-
Nerds are delicious.
Babbling. I like that.
Better
one.
get stomped by Holiday Reese's.
Oh.
Maybe not though. But first off, in our final four, we've got Snickers and a Hershey's Cookies and Cream. I feel like this is where Snickers meets its demise.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
guy, better.
My number 3 meeting my number 1. No, number 2. Sorry.
Dave,
No,
I'm
4.
happy you finally
Sorry.
got some stuff
Hold
near
on.
the end of the bracket.
This
This
might
is
be
my
my
vote.
4 going against my 3.
This is my
Hershey's.
number one. Is this one? I
Hershey's.
love Hershey's Cookies and Cream. You Hershey's too, Dave?
Yeah.
I'm going Hershey's.
Me too.
Yeah.
Tom?
I'm gonna be the odd one out and say Snickers.
Okay.
It didn't get the Boston baked bean sweep.
Hey, that's respectable. All right, bottom half. Holiday Reese's and Nerds. I really enjoy with Nerds that you can get so many different flavors, and you get a little bit of tang if you put the entire box in your mouth at once and just crunch on it. It's like this really sugary, almost a bit of sour tang.
I did that drug
Right.
addict shit too.
Get your fucking nerds out of here. It's
Holiday
against
Reese's.
Holiday
What
Reese's.
is wrong with you?
Holiday Reese's is the
Nerds is
perfect
fine.
amount of chocolate and peanut butter. It's why it's better than a normal Reese's.
Yeah,
It's real heavy on the peanut butter. It's
Look,
so good.
I don't
But
hate
nerds
nerds.
is real heavy on the fun.
Have you seen the shapes of Holiday Reese's? Those are pretty fun.
Yeah, it's
Have you seen the
liter-
shapes
well,
of Nerds?
The egg
What?
is great because you can just shove so many in your mouth.
Look,
There's
this
so
is
many
holiday.
niblets in nerds.
This is Halloween candy. What's more Halloween than chocolate and peanut butter shaped like a pumpkin?
Pumpkin, yeah.
What's
But
more
people,
Halloween?
I don't think people will get that as often. 'Cause don't you have to buy that like?
No, they've
yeah,
got.
yeah, you do. They're seasonal limited, so it's like you can't just get them any time of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get them around
it's-
Christmas, Easter, Halloween.
It's
Yeah.
fucking special. I could go get a fucking nerds box whenever I want.
But will you?
No, well,
No.
yeah, I like nerds. Nerds are good, but it's
I'm not gonna buy a Nerds.
It's not
when-
Reese's holiday.
Yeah, but my argument is like you can get Reese's anytime, and they'll have the same
Oh,
recipe.
oh,
Not the
But
holiday
Oh,
Reese's.
no, 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 no.
Not the holiday
It's the
Reese's.
same
That's-
recipe.
No, it's way
Oh,
more
not.
peanut butter.
Try
less
them
chocolate.
side by side, my friend. It's
Yeah.
vastly different.
I'm not talking about chocolate to peanut butter ratio. I'm talking about how it tastes. It's the
It
same.
It tastes
different.
different because
It
it's got
tastes
more
different.
peanut butter.
Yeah, it's
The
better.
ratio is different. It
Oh,
tastes different.
I just said.
It's different though. It
I'm
tastes
not
different.
talking about the ratio.
But the
But it
ratio
tastes
makes it taste
different.
Everything you guys
because-
are talking about is the ratio.
Julian,
I don't
Julian,
give a damn about that.
Julian, have you
What?
ever cooked before? And when you
Yes.
put more or less of something into a recipe, it
It
tastes,
tastes
different.
different.
Same thing. It's a
It's
different
tastes
recipe
chocolate
because of the
And
measurements. of
peanut
things.
butter. It's the same two goddamn things.
But it tastes different because there's more of one thing than the other.
I'm
than the-
going with nerds just off that dumbass argument.
Someone here doesn't know how to fucking cook, and for that, I'm going to.
You
Holiday
went with
Reese's.
Boston
Reese's.
baked beans. Shut up.
Yeah. Anthony, you can't be dissing
You
anymore.
can't. You
I
cannot.
can do whatever I want. I could cook, and I know that adding different ratios of things changes a recipe.
Reese's.
It's literally the same two components, only different ratio. Big
Yeah.
whoop.
Big difference.
Chocolate and peanut butter. I'm gonna add more peanut butter instead of chocolate. Oh, it's a different candy now.
It
No,
tastes
it's not.
different.
It tastes
the same
way
goddamn
different.
candy, only
Taste-
in pumpkin form.
Okay, you're adding different artificial flavors that don't taste all that different to nerds.
Anyways, but they're still different. They're still different colors,
it's
and they
still-
come in a different box, and the packaging is a lot more fun for
I'm not
me.
looking at my
I would
food as
be-
I eat it. I don't care the color.
We're talking about Halloween candy, and you should be worried about
wait.
color if you're eating your food. I wouldn't expect you to be like, this spaghetti, it's brown, but I'm gonna eat it anyway.
I mean, to a degree. Also, you can't say when we're talking about Halloween candy when we're talking about the only one that changes itself for Halloween.
But still, you have to associate nerds with those little packets. They're perfect for like trick or treating. They're perfect for
A
it.
single Reese's pumpkin is like this big. It's perfect.
Perfect.
for Halloween.
Perfect.
Your arguments are invalid, Tom and
Perfect
Andy.
when you
you're
have
now-
one. It's perfect when you have
Whatever.
100 of them.
So I'm actually going to go with nerds on mine.
Thank
and the reason why is because I think part of what makes influences my votes is that what would I get on Halloween that I like that I wouldn't typically get throughout the rest of the year. So I don't
Halloween
actively
Reese's.
go out and buy Nerds on my own, but I like getting them on Halloween because I do like them. But Reese's I've gotten more often outside of, that holiday
Thank
time that I get on
you.
my own. So that's why I think they're a little bit more of a niche and specialty for around that time of year. And
We're
that's why-
blind
Thank
taste testing
you.
all of you with these holiday and normal Reese's. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn something good today. Andy?
Well, I agree with Tom, and this is the same argument that we made when bottle caps went up against M&Ms, is that you don't get bottle caps very often, and you're going to get 8-9 bags of M&Ms. I like the holiday Reese's, and I agree with you guys. They do taste different than regular Reese's or Reese's Pieces. I agree, but the answer is still Nerds.
I like that
Oh.
argument. I just think it's different when it's going up the god of candies.
It's good. My mom always gives me them in my Halloween bags that she gives me every year, even though I'm 29 fucking years old. I still get
Hey, that
a
sounds
pumpkin
nice.
pumpkin Reese's in there too. So I know I'm gonna get a couple, but Nerds, it's scarce. It's
Okay.
scarce out there
Look,
sometimes.
Nerds
Yeah,
are
man.
good. No one here should be shitting down the taste of Nerds. It's just not. It's just up against God tier candy.
Yeah, got you.
That's hey. Oh well.
Look how far Nerds
Listen.
just got. Shut up.
If it turns out that God was actually a holiday Reese's, I'd be like, yeah, of course. Duh.
What, you didn't see that coming? What, you
Everyone
dumb?
knows.
What if God is a nerd?
I would be surprised.
as a nerd myself, I would not allow that.
All right, we've reached our finals. Hershey's Cookies and Cream against Nerds, and Julian, I'm gonna have to break your heart here. This is where I turn to Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
The
I'm
best
sorry.
I'm not
candy
even
on
mad at
this
that.
list.
I'm not even mad at that because
I gotta do it.
there's Hershey's Cookies and Cream here in Belgrade, and they don't have a lot of U.S. candies, but it's still great. I wish Nerds was out here, but I'll go with Hershey's Cookies and Cream. So you're not alone on that.
Oh, okay.
Hershey's.
And Tom?
I'm gonna go with the same argument that I made in the last one, which will make me stick with Nerds. But I know it's obviously has no chance of winning. But
It's against what is my top candy. I went with Hershey's as well.
Thanks for sticking to your principles, Tom.
Thank you. Your turn, Coach.
No one else does in this podcast.
For reference, I'm Holiday Reese's #1. We got Kit Kat #2. We got Hershey's Cookies and Cream #3, and then Snickers 4.
Good, Dave. A strong one for you. I'm
Yeah.
happy you finally got
Yeah.
some stuff.
Uh-huh.
Last few weeks have not been kind, but we're glad you're back in the winner's circle.
We're at halftime. Bears are up 17-0. That's all I'm happy about now.
Who
We're
are they
also at
facing?
another
The
halftime.
Little
The sh-
Sisters of the Poor.
Pretty much. New York Giants.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. They suck.
Pretty
Um,
bad.
Are we going to all go through our top three? Let's go down. Tom, go next.
and what I think was gonna win?
Oh, just
Or-
your top three favorite
Yeah,
in the
favorite.
list.
Or even not in the list. Just your favorite 3.
I would put Kit Kat. I probably honestly seeing this now. I put Kit Kat, Twix, and M&Ms. I'm gonna stick with M&Ms.
Julian? The Boston Baked Beans boy over here?
I thought I was the Giggle King. I really like the Giggle King a lot.
I would rather you be the Giggle King.
I'll
Thank
be
you.
Baked Beans boy.
I'd rather you
Boston
were.
baked bitch.
Boston baked bitch.
I love
You guys are
Andy.
gonna get me mad at me, but my top 3 were Holiday Reese's.
Oh, fuck
I love it.
Oh man! And then my other 2 that I really wanted didn't get in, so I wanted somebody to pick peanut M&Ms. I don't know why I chose it,
Those are good, too.
but definitely Holiday Reese's. Hershey's Cookies and Cream. I wasn't surprised that it won, and then Now and Later's.
You didn't even pick Nerds.
Nope.
I love it.
He picked his champion and he rode him into the sunset. I love that. That's the best part
Gotta
of
make
this
shit
episode.
interesting, you know. Gotta make shit interesting.
God. For me, bottle caps, Heath Bar, and candy cigarettes. Absolutely love candy cigarettes.
If you put
What?
those in here, I'd
Candy
have voted
cigarettes
for
on
them.
yours.
They're
I-
so good, guys.
I would have rolled those hard.
They came in the awesome Spider-Man and X-Men boxes with 4 little cigarettes in each one. Oh, they were the best.
Teaching kids early on, huh?
Yeah, I mean they
Holy
were just
shit.
plain white pieces of sugar, but my God, they were
Does
good.
the tobacco industry put those out?
No.
Is this
No.
is this like smoking propaganda?
I like how
Big tobacco, not a friend.
multiple people here are like, oh, they're so good. Julian's like, oh, teaching early. It's like, no one here smokes.
I literally just got another nickname for Bill. I wish you were here. You said it. Andy said it. Plain white piece of sugar.
I guess I'll do my 3 then.
Yeah,
Is
what were yours?
Hershey's Cookies and Cream, Twix, and Heath, but Butterfinger is probably right up there. The recipe change kind of knocked him down a bit.
Oh well.
And number 1 actually is Boston Baked Beans. Number 2, Boston Baked Beans. Number 3,
I
Boston
legitimately
Baked Beans.
pictured someone giving you like one of those blue, like I don't know why it's like the UK blue cans of canned beans.
Oh,
Who would do that? That's great.
that's sad. I'd be
I
so
just
sad
feel
getting
bad
those.
for whoever gave you Boston baked beans. Why would Dom do
Yeah.
that to you? That's awful.
He liked them too.
He tricks you, Andy.
I'm glad
Well,
he's not on
jokes
this.
on him. I enjoyed it.
That's the trick.
That's how he got you to convert.
He made me a Boston baked bitch.
He's having you live a life of sin.
I think we're good to close this one out.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Hershey's Cookies and Cream, the best thing to get in your Halloween basket. So if you guys, you listeners, want to take a quick second to rinse out your ears and get ready for the worst thing to get in your Halloween basket, Andy's going to pull that bracket up in a second, and we'll get started.
Well, are we gonna?
No, we're just gonna go flow right into it. It's a double feature.
Go right into it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll only take you a second. It'll
Yeah.
probably save you time downloading.
Bam.
or whatever. Boom. Shakalaka. All right,
Right
this
there.
one, guys, we've got one play-in round. I don't know if we did the math wrong or whatever. We've got 17 here. Oh, God. All right, the very first play
before we go, everyone pick
Hmm.
your. I guess the one you think's gonna win, and then pick the one you hate the most.
Okay.
We have another Boston baked bean situation.
Wait, so are we going like,
Uh-oh.
okay, what's the worst? The worst is going to be the winner?
Yeah, what you think, because what I think is the worst might not be the collective group's decision. So pick what you think the collective group is gonna vote for, and then pick I hate this one the most. I might write it down in my phone.
I'm just picking the worst, and then the one I think will win worst.
I think I'm picking the worst, and then the one I think is going to win. Oh, yeah, I got that.
I'm doing with you what you guys just both said.
I think I kind of what I said.
Yeah, all of y'all.
I have my picks.
Yep, I got mine too.
Yeah, I got mine.
Whew, baby. All right, so our play-in round is going to be circus peanuts. Remember those little orangey,
Ugh.
peach, pale, like mushy shit versus Whoppers, the malted milk ball. Oh boy.
I don't think I've ever had a circus peanut.
Your
I've
your
never
life
had
is a
one either.
blessing. Your
You're
life
not
is a
missing out on
blessing.
I know what they are, but
they
It's-
have like no taste. It's just this weird, chewy, rubbery
You ever put up?
consistency.
You ever take a piece of rubber, wrap it around a popcorn peanut, and put it in your mouth?
no.
The hell is a popcorn peanut?
Like the
What's
pop-
a
Like
popcorn?
popcorn-
I meant popcorn packaging, like those little
Yeah.
foam things. I
Those
said
little
peanut.
peanut packaging things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, wrap that in like a thin layer of rubber and put it in your mouth.
No,
Good.
that's
That-
I'm not gonna.
good. That's a circus peanut.
Terrible.
Don't eat a circus peanut.
Despite not having one though, this is an easy vote for me because Whoppers are good.
Whoppers are so good.
See,
Whoppers are
I'm-
all right. I don't hate them.
They're the odd one out. I'm on the odd one out on that one. I can't stand them.
I had
Why don't you
Whoppers
like 'em?
and Milk Duds on my original list.
Then
that I
again,
liked.
like I can understand how Tom doesn't like them because like it's chocolate and it's like chalky on the inside.
it's a malt.
Yeah,
it's a
malt.
malt ball.
Yeah.
It's a malt ball.
It's really
Yeah.
weird.
Never
It
liked
has a-
the taste of them.
Oh,
I like
so
malts,
tasty.
so-
So good.
I will say
I can
that
see
when
why
you,
someone wanted. Sorry.
no, you're fine. When you get a Whopper that isn't crunchy and it's just mushy, it tastes like you're
Yeah.
eating like a really bad chocolate raisin. And
Ugh.
it reminds me, I should
Yeah.
put Raisinets on the best list because Raisinets fucking rule. But yeah, it's really disappointing when you get a bad Whopper. But there's too many good Whoppers in that box for me, so I'm voting for Circus Peanuts.
Circus
I'm
peanuts are
going
brutal.
circus peanuts.
Yeah, I have to go with that. I see that on Chopped, that they have to use that every once in a while. And
Yes.
Just sad.
I'd
All right.
cry.
So Circus Peanuts, since it's the only play-in round, we're going to talk about it again immediately against Sweet Tarts, which
Come
I
on.
also don't think are that bad.
They're okay.
They're
But
okay.
it ain't
but
no
circus
circus
peanuts are
peanut.
Trash.
It ain't no circus peanuts.
Yeah, Circus Peanuts have enough infamy around them that even though I haven't had one, I think that's an easy pick.
I feel like you have to dare your friends to eat them.
I dare you to eat this thing that may be toxic. It tastes like it is.
Tom, why don't you like Sweet Tarts? I think this was yours again.
That is actually funny. You should say.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. It's another one. Just texturally and stuff like that. I just was not.
I
It's
agree
not
with
the
you.
kind of candy that I'm looking for necessarily for Halloween. And there's certain tart ones like Nerds that I do like, but like these particular ones, I just couldn't. Never was fond of them.
Okay.
Sweet tarts for me always were like a slightly better Smarties. So
I love Smarties. I don't care what anybody says.
Smarties are fine. They're. I'm not looking
it's on the
forward to
list.
getting Smarties. Like, whatever. But
it's on the list.
I'm
I get
happy
cir-
to see them.
if I get circus peanuts, I'm finding the house and I'm like egging it, or like committing arson. I don't know, something along those lines.
Slapping a sticker on the door.
Shoving the Circus Peanuts back through their mail slot.
Throwing the circus peanuts through the window.
Hell yeah. With a brick.
It's taped to a brick.
Oh God!
Fuck you, assholes! And then you throw a Molotov cocktail through that hole in the window. It's
Y'all are
about
just
as bad as
mean.
getting it for candy. Like they gave circus peanuts as Halloween candy.
Now I understand
You
who
give them
burned down
the
all
brick
those
right
houses around Halloween.
So what we're saying,
I just knew people that slapped stickers on doors,
I'll go with Circus Peanuts as well. But what I'm saying is, if you haven't had them already, you can get the shitty Jewel brand for $1. And if you really want to try them, you'll only be spending $1 at
I'm
least.
good.
I feel for our
I'm
next
good.
Save your
podcast,
money.
we should all come with circus peanuts and each eat one.
Circus peanut.
God.
No.
Julian puts his mouth. Oh,
No,
this
if
is
anyone wants to
good.
try Circus Peanut, I'll try one, but I'm not.
I
I
honestly,
heard Dave there. Julian, Tom,
I'm circus
I'm
peanuts,
good with-
man.
Yeah, circus peanuts.
we're all eating them next
That's gonna be a
week.
tough one to beat.
Well,
All
hold
right.
on.
Hold
we
on
got
now.
some doozies here.
All right, next up is either a box of Cracker Jacks or fruit. And we
I
can
like
kind of
Cracker
fruit.
Jacks.
any fucking fruit.
As an adult, no, not even as an adult.
No.
Who wants to eat somebody else's fruit?
Yeah.
I didn't pick
Yeah,
that out of the
That is
store.
weird.
That is disgusting.
Listen, if
I've
you're
had
if
done in it.
there's that concern about like poison candy, I'd be more concerned about the fruit being poisoned.
Yeah.
A literal
Yeah.
poisoned apple. Like this
Yeah.
isn't Snow White. This is you're going to the hospital. It's
Yeah.
bad.
Look, fruit's tasty and all. Fruit is probably the best tasting thing on this list of mess. Milk Duds are good though too.
What's wrong with Cracker Jacks?
I like Cracker
I
Jacks.
don't like Cracker Jacks because I hate how the kernels get stuck in your teeth.
That's
I don't
fair.
like the texture. And then it's mad messy at the end. And then sometimes you get crumbs everywhere. And I don't like that.
It's very
I was never
sticky.
allowed to get Cracker Jacks as a kid because I always just wanted the toy.
But
See,
the
Crack-
toy
They're like, no.
See, you didn't
sucks.
even want the actual Cracker Jack.
but
You just
Cracker
wanted
Jacks
the
are fine.
toy and
It's
the
just caramel
stupid-ass
popcorn.
tattoo that they
Yeah,
would give.
it's
just caramel
bad. It's just
popcorn.
bad caramel popcorn.
Yeah,
So bad
it's
caramel
fine.
popcorn is
Peanuts.
still better than somebody else's rotten fruit.
Yeah.
Why do they have to be rotten? But how do you know they don't have like an apple tree in their backyard?
They're probably going, this banana's
Well, that's
going
probably
bad.
why they're
Let's
giving it
throw in."
away because it's gone bad.
Yeah, why would they give away their fresh fruit that they went to the store? It's like, I bought apples for the children. Here you go.
Okay, first off, who put this, and what is the story behind this?
I
Oh,
didn't put it.
I've gotten apples.
I've gotten
Fruit? I've
apples
gotten
as well.
fruit
Oh,
before.
yeah.
It was a big
I've gotten
Bridgeview
candy
thing.
apples.
Oh, no,
No,
I've
I've
gotten
gotten-
legit
It's
apples.
different.
Actual
I've gotten
apples.
galas.
I've
Yeah.
gotten apples, I've got oranges, I've got bananas. Bridgeview is
Yeah.
a very weird
I've
town.
never gotten a banana. Actually, I did get a banana. I never got an orange. But I've
No,
gotten
I don't. I've never gotten either of
apples
those.
plenty
I
of
got a
times.
plum once.
Apples a lot. Yeah.
Oh,
I love
Never
plums.
gotten
I love
fruit.
plums, but not
But
for
why?
Halloween, man. That's sad.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. And
Plum-
it's more expensive to get a lot of fruit that you're going to give away
Yeah.
than $7 for like
Well,
130 pack of.
It was
of
probably
sugar candy.
some person who's like, I'm gonna do good for the kids. I'm gonna give them not candy. We're gonna give them a fruit,
I'll be,
and it's always never had.
the reason
Oh,
I think
that's
it's
cool.
rotten is because there's no one who lives in Bridgeview who could probably afford to buy the amount of kids that trick or treat in Bridgeview fruit. It's probably they ran out of candy. Like, what do we got? This apple's rotting. Give it to the kids.
Is that how you got money?
Yeah, I got money in Bridgeview too. They gave nickels and quarters. Out
Oh,
of candy. Have a shiny nickel, you stupid kid.
And then how much money did you make? Because I feel like you could have taken all that money and just got more candy.
I
Or
didn't.
more fruit.
What do you mean? How much money? See, money wasn't on the last list. I had it on mine because I got it, but like less than $1, probably close to 50
Yeah.
cents if I'm lucky.
You could have got some candy for that.
Yeah, but
Some
Usually, I got like a
nominators.
quarter if I got money. Every now and then, there was like a house that'd give $1, but that was like extremely rare.
oh, if I got $1 for
It was-
Halloween, I'd just
I think it
quit.
was like one Halloween from one house. Otherwise, if they gave money, it was like a quarter at most.
I'd start changing costumes from like
I
previous
bet you the
years
next year they're
and
like,
get
we
more
can't give all
ballots."
these kids $1.
That is true.
Also-
I feel like Andy, if he got $1, he would just go to the dollar store and get some Boston baked beans.
Yeah.
You fucking bet, man. Boston baked beans, baby. No, but like also you have to keep in mind like when I moved to I was shocked how few people trick or treated. In Bridgeview, there would be lines at people's doors.
Yeah.
It was a different neighborhood. It was
You
just
talking
like
about?
I think
Right.
that just depends on the.
no, I'm
neighborhood,
talking
yeah.
about no one trick or treated.
No one in trick or treated.
Even
I think it
we-
depends on like the generation of the people there because when I was a kid, it was everywhere. But these days, there's nothing.
But even when
Yeah, same.
I mean, I moved here when I was, or well, I guess not here, but when I moved, I was 9, and it was like night and
Yeah,
day, night
but
and
that's
day
just you.
comparison.
But that's just you. It could be that like 5 years later, you would have had more people because people have kids. It's not just like, oh, everyone's 9 in this neighborhood.
I know, but like
know?
when I was in Bridgeview, it was just like insane.
I see what he's talking about because before I moved to, I lived in Oak Park, and Oak Park is not nearly as nice. So it was like you'd see kids everywhere trick or treating, and then as soon as you move to, like, there's like a curfew and shit, and you're allowed to start trick or treating at like 2 p.m. or some weird stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I had no rules in Bridgeview.
Yeah, there were. You trick or treat all night if you lived out elsewhere, but they're really strict about time.
It's weird.
But-
So I was in and that's literally a town over. And
Yeah.
while we had a curfew, it wasn't enforced at all
Yeah.
by police.
Same
And
here.
we'd be trick or treating at like 9 and 10 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Same
I
here.
don't know, that's weird.
But that goes to the point that who the fuck is buying all this fruit for all these children?
Yeah.
Hundreds of kids.
Health conscious people who
Uh,
care about your
Rooting
heart.
the one
about
day
yourself.
of the damn year. One
I'm a
day
kid
of the
trying to
damn
get
year.
candy. Care about yourself.
Yeah.
No, for
you don't,
real.
if you don't want your kids having candy, don't take them trick or treating.
Fruit.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give out fruit. If you like, watch your
Tones.
cholesterol, kids.
One raspberry a person.
I'll make
Here's a
sure
pamphlet
if,
about how bad cholesterol is.
if you're not in Serbia when
Yep.
you're doing that bullshit, I'm making sure I'm the one egging your house.
You know what? That's
Ooh.
fine because I'm gonna make you pay for the cleanup. That's exactly.
It'll
what's
be
gonna happen.
worth it. I'll make-
All right, so where are we voting on this one?
Fruit.
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 Tom,
Yeah, fruit for sure.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Tom.
clean sweep. Cracker Jack's not bad.
All right. Next up, we've got Twizzlers against, those little Halloween toys or spider rings you would wear on your fingers, little plastic rings, all sorts of really shitty toys. against
Twizzlers suck ass.
If I,
But
if
you
I-
would rather have spider rings and Halloween
No.
toys.
That's the thing. I wouldn't. Spider rings,
What the fuck is wrong with
spider
Twizzlers?
rings is worse. They suck. Any
I
like licorice rope thing is awful.
But
Absolutely.
what if
awful.
it's not? They're usually always strawberry or there's cherry.
Those are awful.
No,
No.
You're awful.
you're terrible.
That's strawberry licorice. It's awful.
It's so
not-
good. Dave.
It's so good. Get
It's
out.
awful.
All right, Dave. We're gonna
Literally
get
makes me want to throw up. It's so bad.
All right,
but
Julian's
spider
got to
rings
eat
are
a
worse.
Halloween pumpkin
What if it was in the
candy
shape of a
thing, and
pumpkin?
Dave's got to eat Twizzlers.
It would be the same
Pumpkin
shit.
licorice?
I
No?
told you that, but that's not fair because I told you I would like my one of my tops was the holidays.
All right, then you get Boston baked beans.
Fuck you. Probably would vote for Herman Cain. I don't know.
This is no contest. If I didn't come out here for fruit, I at least could eat the fruit. The spider ring is just like
Yeah.
it's too small to fit in my finger.
It cuts
Twizzlers are
you.
awful, but they're at least some.
Cuts you, and it's like annoying to have in your bag. I would have all of my candy sorted out, and then I would have to have a whole pile and section dedicated
Yeah.
to stupid ass Halloween toys and stupid ass spider rings.
Also, with the ring, even as a kid, they were too small for my fingers.
Yeah, what
They wouldn't
finger does that
fucking
fit
fit.
on? Like
It
a
has to be for,
4-year-old or something.
Toddlers for sure.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a choking hazard. So you're either making some like kid in elementary school suffer through your terrible choice in Halloween treat, or you're having a child choke on it because you're a dickhead.
I'm sure
Spider
whoever
rings.
decided.
Beautiful.
Who made them? Who was like, you know what would be good? Spider rings. Let's get those out in the world.
I heard
Thank you,
s-
Jebediah
Some-
Spider Rings McGee.
Some asshole is
Yeah.
probably a millionaire with that idea. I
Now
also
that-
go with spider ring.
Now they put that shit on fucking cupcakes. Like, you know what we need to stick in the top of the frosting? A
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
spider ring.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jebediah Spider.
McGee.
Clean sweep for the spider
I
rings.
want to
That's
see
gonna be
someone's.
tough.
I want to see someone's spider ring collection. That's got to be
Uh,
out there.
Guys, I know what I'm doing now.
I
Come
got a
back to
rare
me in a
spider
year.
ring.
I do it for the pod.
Going to
Yeah.
every party city in the
Spider
tri-city area.
This spider is missing a leg.
Ooh.
I can see him going to a company party with that shit, talking about are those spider rings?
Also, I recognize last round we talked a lot about old houses we used to live in. Should we like be bleeping that?
You
I mean,
can believe
granted-
where I live because I
No.
still live there.
I mean, Julian and I no longer live in the subdivision we were talking about.
Oh yeah, I
Andy-
still live in the one I live in.
Yeah, but you didn't mention where you are, did you?
No, I did.
Oh, should we be bleeping that?
You can bleep mine.
I think it's smart to
Yeah.
be honest with you. I think we should.
Damn it, that's gonna take a lot of editing. Son
It's
of a
not.
fuck.
It's not. You're just gonna have to duck the audio, like real quick.
Cool. Let's
I'm
move
glad I
on.
didn't say it then.
Good move, Tom. Smartest one on the pod is Tom.
I mean, at least for me, because I still live there.
Yeah.
Anybody who picks Smarties over Trail Mix is probably been 45 years old their entire life.
So,
I
Julian,
liked Trail Mix.
Julian, you said you actually got trail mix from
I
somebody?
did. I
Oh,
did.
that's awful.
This was actually in Orland Park. I was in Orland Park when I got that. It was this tiny little bag. It was like a Halloween. You've seen those like Halloween baggy things
Yeah,
or
I
something
know
like
what you're
that,
talking
like a
about.
decorations with the
Yeah,
zip ties or something like that. I look inside and
Yeah.
I'm thinking at least it's got to be like Halloween popcorn. Nope, it's trail mix. My mom ate it. It was great.
Yeah, I like trail mix better than Smarties, but if I got trail mix on a Halloween
Yeah,
as a child, I think I just hate myself.
that's the same thought I have. I hate Smarties. I like trail mix, but I would not want to get one for Halloween. So I'm
I don't like trail mix like that. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
It's
probably
tasty.
really bad trail mix too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's
nothing you might.
old.
It's no Archer Farms
It's,
shit.
yeah, it's probably like real old, crusty, stale.
Also,
trail
Julian-
mix.
Homemade.
Yeah, Julian, was
Rusty.
this homemade? Or
I
was it-
don't remember.
But if it was,
It was
like,
trail mix.
yeah,
and I
but
didn't
did it
eat
come in
Yeah.
a branded bag or was it like in a baggie?
I told you it was like one of those little Halloween baggies that they would like that
Yeah.
people used
But
to
you can
give
just
out.
you can just take a bag of trail mix and split. it
I
up.
don't trust the fuck out of that at all.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Trail mix.
Yeah,
Trail
trail mix for
mix.
me.
Trail mix.
Trail mix good, but not.
Smarties can die later. Actually, no, it would go further. No, it dies now. Yeah, never mind. I'm still
It
thinking
dies
best
now.
candy.
All right, next up on the bottom half of our Sweet 16, we've got raisins against dots, both of which guaranteed to rip out your molars.
Yeah.
Who the hell
We
just
hates
went-
raisins?
we just went through trail mix. Raisins are in
Raisins.
trail mix.
Yeah, raisins.
True.
But, I mean,
Raisins
like,
are the
I
best
don't
part
like-
of trail mix.
Dots are at least
I don't-
candy.
Raisins
Yeah,
are
that's a
fun.
good
raisins,
point.
But like, I don't mind raisins, but to have them as Halloween candies suck. But
It's also always
dots
bad
are
raisins.
Fucking garbage. Dots suck. I hate
They
them.
don't. Dots
Yeah,
are
dots,
good.
dots are not good. They're like
Oh,
they're
yes, they're
just
fine.
they're
Terrible.
bad gummy.
I like dots except for the part where you lose your teeth.
I hate
the
them.
only
Yeah, and it gets stuck in like the most deep crevices of your gums that you didn't even know existed.
Raisins do the
These
same
crevices
thing.
No,
and
they
they
don't.
hurt.
It's a deep
And
clean,
they
Tom.
can hurt.
It's a deep clean.
Raisins are
Clean.
tasty as shit.
I like raisins. I've got no issues with raisins, but they are also getting deep into those molars, and they got the little pointy, like tough parts that might poke at your gum line and cause you to bleed terribly.
Dots
What kind
taste
of
like
raisins are you eating?
The raisins you
some
get
may.
for Halloween are awful. The
Oh, yeah,
raisins
that's
you get for
true.
Halloween are awful.
Just
But
like trail mix you get for Halloween is awful.
but dots are always terrible. The
Mm.
fruit flavors you
Still
One
a
time you get
candy.
them.
Yeah, but the fruit flavors you get make it taste like medicine flavored candy.
It doesn't taste like medicine.
That's
Like,
true.
oh,
It does
boy,
taste
this
like
is
Get out of here,
NyQuil cherry.
Boston baked beans, boy!
It's Boston baked beans, bitch to you.
I was trying to be a little nicer.
that was
No place
Why
for
did
that here.
okay. All right.
Dots suck dick. I vote
Dots
for
are
dots.
fine.
You almost had me at raisins by my own logic of, yeah, I wouldn't like it as a Halloween candy. Now you're all defending
I'm not convinced you have a
dots.
logic when you vote, Andy.
Dots
You know,
for sure.
Julian did last round, and we all praised him for
Giggle King wins.
it. Yeah, fuck dots.
Raisins.
You say at least
Raisins.
it's candy. It's badass candy.
Shut the fuck up with
Raisins.
your Boston baked
Dots
beans
for sure.
and
Yeah,
go start
I
your
know-
collection of spider rings.
Oh,
I know three
Sorry,
people
guys.
here who love the taste of NyQuil, I guess.
It helps
How
me
did you
sleep,
know?
man. God.
What?
Whatever. All right. Next up, popcorn balls, gum, go.
Popcorn
Gum.
balls are a classic Bridgeview bullshit bag thing you get.
Everybody gave up
Never
popcorn
got
one.
balls,
Ever.
though.
I've never gotten one
I've gotten a few of them.
in
yeah.
like the area I grew up with you. Since we're gonna be bleeping it out now, I'm trying to
I've
make
never-
this easier on me.
You can just bleep mine out. Like,
never had
I'm
those.
s-
You're
Yeah,
telling
but-
me, Andy, in where we lived, you've never gotten popcorn balls? Because I remember getting like 4 or 5 in one night.
That's a surprise, man. You always get a few.
No, I always got
Yeah,
popcorn
got-
balls
They're
suck.
I
so
got-
bad.
in
they are.
where we grew up. I never got any popcorn balls. I never got any of the fruit barrel things. We'll get to later.
they,
I
like,
never got
tough?
toys. Yeah.
So
kinda.
I
You gotta
just on principle
Bite
think of
into
popcorn
it like an
balls
apple.
suck.
You got to bite into it like an apple or a piece of
Okay.
fruit. Like it's just so unappealing.
But also,
Who hates gum?
gum that you get from Halloween is awful. It's always
really
sugary.
bad.
And if you want to talk about the worst thing to eat for your teeth, it's sugar gum.
But fruit
It's
stripe
really
though.
bad.
It's real bad for
But
you.
Fruit stripe though.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with sugary gum.
Or
It's-
bubble.
I do, man, because it's always like really, really hard,
It's
Yeah.
always real gritty,
and then the flavor goes away
Yeah.
after like 2
Instantaneously.
seconds.
and you have way better sugar-free gum available.
Yeah, but we're talking
True.
about popcorn balls here, guys.
I've never gotten one.
It's
I
the-
I
I've never
assume
gotten
on
one
principle
either.
they suck.
It's
This
the
is gonna be
worst.
hard for me.
It's probably top tier, one of the worst.
How many did you get in your bag versus how many pieces of shitty gum?
No, it depends on what
enjoyed the
neighborhood
gum I
we're
got.
talking about. Pre-move or post-move. Those are two totally different bags at this
Okay,
point.
post move.
Both.
Not much post-move. Pre-move. Oh God, the barrel drink
Listen,
and the toys
listen.
and the
We'll get to the
nickel.
barrel drink. We'll get to the barrel.
What?
And
I
the
want to see.
fucking nickel.
I enjoyed all the gum that I got as a kid. I don't care if it was Bubble
Yeah.
Yum or Bubblicious or Fruit Stripe or Major League Chew or any of that shit. It was
Okay, Major
delicious.
League True. I'll give you. I'll say
got-
Major.
I'm just
League
saying,
True is
you
probably
would
the
get more
best of
good
all.
gum than bad gum.
Yeah, I mean,
What, like I know you're saying the bad gums, you know, kind of like stale and hard. What brand is that? Because I don't remember. getting-
Generic bad gum. I don't know. It's
see, I
I'm
would
trying to
get,
think,
I'd get
like,
Big
it
League
was-
Chew, Bubblicious, all that
That's the one,
stuff.
Big League Chew. That's what I meant.
Like,
So it was
bubble
like-
yum. I didn't like bubble yum. It's like
it was
you know those like they had those bricks of gum. It was like literally like a small
Yeah.
brick.
You know what
Yeah.
we don't
It's
God,
not
they
have?
had so many great flavors though.
Or I would always
know
get
they
those
lasted
things that
a minute, but like delicious watermelon and cotton candy. Like
Yeah, the
bubble was
good
delicious
stuff.
watermelon tasted like rubber after 5 seconds.
I'd
I would
rather
always
eat that
get
than a
those-
popcorn ball.
I would always get those ones that look like a jawbreaker, and then you put it in your mouth, and you're like, "No, this is just shitty gum. This is just shitty
I
gum
didn't
ball."
get that. I'd
You
get
got those gumballs? Did
Shitty
somebody
gum
actually
ball.
somebody
That's
actually
bad.
went to the little
Yeah.
coin slot machine
Uh-huh.
and actually gave those?
A
Holy
shitty gum
shit.
ball. Yeah.
where are you guys trick or treating? Because it ain't Bridgeview.
I
By my
know-
house, Andy. Where else am I trick or treating?
All right,
I was
this year we're all going trick or treating in the middle of a
No.
pandemic, and we're gonna see what we get.
You probably won't get them now because times have changed.
I know what we'll probably get for Halloween if we do that. Arrested.
I like that, Julian. That's good stuff. Let's take a vote on this one.
Motherfucking popcorn balls.
So am I.
I'm gonna go with gum.
Ooh,
What
Tom.
the fuck is wrong
I'm
with
gonna
you
have to go
people?
with the popcorn balls.
Fuck yeah. Motherfuckers never got
Thank
a
you.
popcorn ball.
Gulp.
They... Oh, God. Popcorn balls.
There we
But you know
go.
what I should have put on here that I didn't? Lemon heads.
I like
freaking
lemon
hated
heads.
those.
I don't like lemon.
Yeah.
You know what should be on this list is the paper where they stick the little like tiny dot candy on it.
Acid? What are
Yeah.
you talking about, Andy?
I know what you're talking.
You know what I'm talking about. It's super easy to drug it too, because it's
Yeah,
not
those are
wrapped. It's just like a
bad.
piece of paper with like little candy dots on it.
You
I
sure
know
it
what you're
wasn't
talking
just
about.
acid?
Kids have gotten drugged by it, so maybe.
Could have been double drugs. All right, let's move on here. We finally have reached the stage where Andy can blabber about Little Hug fruit barrels until
I really wanna
Fuck
hear
my
about that.
life. I hate those.
How did those
Some-
not break in your bag?
I don't know. I'd get like 6, 7, maybe 8.
I got them as well.
Who
I
gives
you only
a
get like
fuck
one or
about
two
that?
though.
I never got any of them.
They're awful. They're awful. And talk about something easy where, like, you know, you got to worry about the kids. Easily could drug that shit.
No, because it would leak.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm
but
saying. Like, how do those not break or leak in your bag?
They didn't. They didn't. I'd have so many of them.
you put them at the
What?
bottom. They're a load-bearing.
I don't remember them being
barrel.
bad.
They're terrible.
I think they're delicious.
They
It's
taste
not
like
that they're
garbage.
bad.
Butter
It's
thing.
just no. It tastes like Robitussin. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, we got more medicine
Do I
love
have a-
here.
I
People are like,
don't
"They're
remember
fine."
them being bad.
Do I have a cough medicine like addiction here or something that I'm
I
like,
love
think
I
give this
love
Those
little
might
Hugs
be.
fruit barrels and
So good.
dots.
I'll say this is the other one where I understand initially with the Boston baked beans, but we cleared this one out before the episode where I thought hot tamales was just a tamale, which I'm pretty sure I once got one of those Jewel. I'm confident I once got one of those Jewel in the like single serve tamale once for Halloween.
Oh
So I thought this was just normal tamales, but then I looked.
Dave just doesn't know what shit is. Dave doesn't know.
Listen,
Dave, I'm gonna
if you're gonna ask me what a tamale is, a candy or an actual tamale, I'm gonna assume an actual tamale.
Dave, when you get here today, because you're stopping by today, I'm gonna have Boston baked beans and hot tamales ready for you
I
to shout
hope
out.
You would have to have them by now.
Maybe I do.
So this, I know I was one of the people who put hot tamales. I really dislike hot cinnamon flavored candies, like as a whole.
Yeah, it's not
Those
good.
and, like Red Hots and anything like that. It's got to be a little sugary to be a good candy for me. And those just they annoy the shit out of me. They annoy me. I'd rather have the fruit barrel.
Oh, the fruit barrel. God, medicine-y, and it's not candy.
I know, but I'd rather at least have something that I'll enjoy. I know even if a hot tamale is a candy, I'm not going to eat it.
So like a nice medicine-y drink to
Yeah.
wash all that sugar down.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember it being medicine.
It's medicine-y. It's gross. I took one
is
sip out of it and
really
took my
weird.
7 barrels and threw them in the trash.
You're saying this as a person that only drinks water, though.
I didn't only drink water as a kid.
Is this what turned you over? The only drinking water?
Very possible.
You're like, everything tastes like medicine except water.
It's like, oh man, I thought I took the NyQuil, but I took the fruit hug barrel.
Oopsie.
Shit. Now I feel worse.
I could just imagine your wife be like, "You feeling all right, Andy? No, I'm sick. Do you got any of those little hug fruit barrels?"
I keep telling you, it's not medicine.
That cures
It's
what
a-
ails you.
Why? It works just like Ipecac. I throw up after drinking it.
Jesus.
Oh my
It's not
god!
that bad.
It's so bad.
I have literally thrown up after Twizzlers, but not these little hug
Oh
fruit
God.
balls.
How do you throw up after Twizzlers? How?
They're awful.
How can you destroy an entire bag of Reese's, but then have like 2 Twizzlers, and then your whole stomach is
Because
empty?
they taste bad.
He took one nibble of the Twizzlers, like, oh no, there comes the Reese's.
God.
No, not the good candy, please.
Oh, man.
No, I've
I
never
mean,
heard of the
this is a
tamales.
no-brainer for me. It sounds like it's not gonna win, but give me them little hug fruit barrels, mate.
I have to
Tamales.
also go with little hug fruit barrels, just because like I didn't really have that big of a problem with hot tamales, really.
They're not good. They would
It's
win
not-
in a lot of other
Yeah,
matchups here, but fucking little hugs, baby. Ugh.
little hugs, man.
I'm voting for hot tamales easily.
Same.
I'm gonna have to go with the little hugs.
Ah.
I've never had them, but they don't. That looks something awful to get for Halloween.
It makes you want to cry when you get 3 in a row.
It kind of
Three
just reminds me.
ounces.
3 in a row?
There's no
Is that total
shit.
in a row?
That's
Yeah.
insane.
You would know the houses that kind of shopped together. Bridgeview was a very strange town. Like I would
Houses
go like
shop together.
I would
This
go
is
3
starting to
blocks
sound
without getting one,
far-fetched,
and then it's like
Andy.
fruit barrel, fruit barrel, fruit barrel.
I'm no detective, but this is starting to sound far-fetched, Andy.
No, I
It's
I-
Bridgeview. I'm not gonna lie, Bridgeview is weird, and I wouldn't put it past people there to be like, "Hey, let's go trick or treat shopping and let's all get fruit barrels at the
Look,
same
I
time,"
could
because
go-
they're cheap. They're cheap. That's what it is. I think
Yeah.
that was the appeal. Is they're cheap to buy. They came in bundles, and you probably could get them for like less than $5.
I can
Okay.
tell you some pretty unbelievable stories about my 9 years at Bridgeview. Let me tell you.
That's
They
crazy.
kind of remind me of I don't know if anyone else here played like soccer, like growing up, like on a park district team or whatever. But when parents would have to bring like treats for after the game, like those little Kool-Aid ones that had like twists off top.
Those
It just
are good.
obviously those were better, but it kind of reminds me of that.
I would get I got those trick or treating too. Those weren't.
What was the
Those
name of the
weren't
ones
these.
that were that, but they had like an angry face on them?
Yes.
What was the name of those? They're not gushers, but it sounds like gushers.
Oh, that I don't know.
Gooshers.
Gooshers.
Ew.
That sounds real bad. That sounds real bad.
Jesus. Okay, we're moving on. We're done with the fruit barrels for a while.
Y'all are
Past the
weird.
goose.
God, we're gonna leave the goosh in the distance, and we're moving on to perhaps the most controversial item on this list: a Milky Way. Dave against Milk Duds. Dave, I want to give you the floor. Why do you dislike Milky Ways?
They're a strictly worse Snickers. They're absolutely, undeniably a worse Snickers. They
Oh,
lack
I
the
would
peanuts.
disagree.
The ratio of like the caramel and nougat is all off. It tastes bad in comparison. It's not awful in itself, but the gap between what you wanted, which was a Snickers, and what you got, which was a Milky Way, is a chasm of disappointments.
This motherfucker sounds
That was
like
nice, Dave.
a connoisseur of candy bars.
Milky
me tell
Ways
you-
are
I would
awful.
rather.
How many
If I-
I
times
would
have you
rather
been
have a Milky Way.
disappointed?
Could
A
I?
lot. Because every time I'm like, I ate all the Snickers already. Milky Way's close enough. Let's eat one.
And the
Oh,
pumpkin
shit, I
Reese's.
forgot again.
Let me tell you. Could I abstain voting this time? Because I like both of these.
No.
How
we're gonna
can
have
you
to-
like Milk Duds? Milk Duds are gross.
Milk Duds are
Yeah, I don't like Milk
awful.
Duds.
I love me some milk.
I don't
Duds.
mind Milk Duds, but I
God.
think Milk Duds are actually worse. I'm more disappointed by Milky Way, but Milk Duds are actually worse.
I'll just vote with the consensus.
I feel like there should be two different metrics when Dave votes on something. How much he's disappointed in something and how bad the actual product is.
I would like both of these to continue on, but it's,
Could we have a Julian metric too? How much he feels like one of these just winning this?
I was always pissed off when I get Milk Duds, and there's only 3 freaking Milk Duds in that little tiny ass
Yeah.
box.
Mhm.
It's not even worth it. It's barely a mouthful.
Yeah.
At least
And
with
then
a
they would
fun-sized
s-
Milky Way, I can get a bite of candy.
And then sometimes they would like stick to the bottom. They would stick to each other. And that was
Bad.
worst.
It's bad shit.
I'm
It is
convinced.
awful.
Bad.
I'm convinced. There's enough wrong with Milk Duds. I'll vote
Yeah.
for Milk Duds.
I'm also. I just had to get my air out for Milky Way.
That was passionate. I could listen to that all day.
I like that.
I ignored it in anger.
Too bad I love Milky Ways.
I think I
I
might
like,
have
Milky,
Milky
I like
Way.
the dark chocolate ones too.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Milky Way Midnight. Oh yeah, those
yeah,
are good.
midnight. Yeah,
I got Tom and Julian who haven't voiced. It's Milk Duds or Milky
Milk
I
Way.
said
Yeah.
Milk Duds.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah, it's
got
a clean sweep.
Rightfully so. Milky Way shouldn't be on this list.
You're wrong, but okay.
All right, guys. Our Elite 8 is looking strong. I guess you could use that word. I don't know. We'll start out at the top. The 16 seed, the Circus Peanuts against fruit. Regular old fruit.
Oh,
That's a tough one, man.
Now listen, if it was a banana, that'd be bad for me because I'm allergic. But I think circus peanuts in general are probably worse.
I feel
Haven't
like
had one. I know what a fruit is, but I don't. But like circus peanuts has an infamy about it that I know I'm never gonna want to try one. So.
I feel like I test my luck with something I'm allergic to rather than eating a circus peanut ever again.
you could just
If I
not
was a
eat both.
kid and I was in a town where they gave nothing but circus peanuts and I did get an apple, I would be much happier to eat the apple than a bag
Yeah.
full of circus peanuts.
If I lived in a town where all they gave out was circus peanuts for Halloween, I'd like start like fires and shit.
You'd have
I'd,
a sad
I'd
time.
rebel. I'd rebel.
That's like the making of a serial killer. He grew up in a town of only circus peanuts.
That did sound like it.
Barnum and Bailey's headquarters.
Like a Batman villain.
Yeah, right. Is this the origin story of
Peanut.
Mr. Peanut?
He grew up in a town where they only sold circus peanuts.
I am still voting for fruit, though. I
Look.
think fruit is just the worst.
I'm a circus
Although I hate
peanuts
circus
boy.
peanuts.
I'm going circus peanuts.
peanut,
What was that,
Peanuts.
Tom?
peanut.
Dave?
I'm voting peanuts for the infamy.
Alrighty. Okay, circus peanuts onto the final four. Underneath, we've got trail mix against dumb Halloween toys.
Clean sweep for the toys, am I right?
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
has to be, right?
Anyone here
Has
get
to.
a yo-yo that ever just didn't yo-yo?
I think so.
You get
Okay,
like a
yo-yo.
yo-yo like this big. You can't put your finger
Oh,
on it, so you
yeah.
got to grab it.
Yeah.
You just go down. It's
Uh-huh.
You can't even play with the thing properly.
Yeah.
it's like
It's just a
fuck your yo-yo.
sad slow down and then breaks halfway.
Fucking spider rings. I forgot about spider rings until you reminded me today.
I did actually
Yeah.
also forget about that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm starting a spider ring collection starting today. September 20th, 2021, we're going to revisit Andy's spider ring collection.
You should probably set up a new Instagram account. Just dedicated
Spider
rings.
to all your spider rings.
God,
Well,
Call
I
Mr.
mean,
Peanut.
Bill listens to all these. Bill, when you hear this, open up a new Instagram account for me, will you?
Call
You
it
can
Mr.
get-
Peanut. Mr.
can
Peanut
get-
spider rings.
No, it's Boston baked bitch.
Andy, you can get 120 spider rings for $10 on Amazon.
Yeah.
12 cents a ring. That's insane.
Here's the thing, though. I don't want to go out and buy a pack of rings like that. I want to be like, oh, I got cupcakes for a picnic. Guys, before you eat your cupcakes, can I just have like all your spider rings? I want to get them naturally like that.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
I hope
Spider
everyone here better just start sending spider rings to
We
my
need to get him
house.
different spider rings too.
Kelly just
I'm
got
gonna
home
get
and
you
she heard that
bedazzled
and she was like,
ones.
no.
Sports team spider rings.
Kelly, you don't want spider rings? No.
Ooh, bad. All right, spider rings for the clean sweep. You'll love to see it. All right, bottom of the bracket: raisins and popcorn balls. Oh God,
I
I'm
don't
going
think
with
this is hard. It's popcorn,
Popcorn.
fucking balls.
Raisins.
really,
Raisins.
really.
2-2 to Tom.
What you got, Tom?
Oh God.
that went so quick. Tom wasn't ready to be in the decision.
What you gonna do, Tom?
I don't know. Like,
Tom,
I,
have
I
you ever
can't say I've
eaten a hard ball of popcorn that's been molded together, so you have to eat it like a fucking apple?
It also
I have
doesn't
not, so-
taste like good popcorn. It doesn't taste like a movie
tastes-
theater popcorn or a
it's
caramel
stale.
corn. Yeah,
Have
it's
you-
it's
also, have you-
unseasoned popcorn.
Have you ever had Halloween raisins?
I thought you were gonna say
And they're all
you ever eat
stale
raisins, motherfucker.
Or
Like either
Stale
super
and
dry
nasty.
or gushy.
yeah,
I'd
Oh,
rather
God.
get gushy than
Gushy.
popcorn.
Yeah,
balls.
gushy.
Keep the gush to the
What a
little
terrible
humps, man.
adjective.
It's like you're eating a mucus. Like
No, it's not.
I'm sure.
the fucking Halloween raisins I remember are either stale as hell or gush, just mush.
I gotta go with raisins. Yeah.
Gush
Oh
mush.
my god, you guys ain't never had no popcorn balls.
I
I've
haven't.
never had one.
Yeah,
I have.
that's true, Andy. It's
They're awful, but I'd rather have a popcorn
the
ball
store.
than raisins.
I might eat a circus peanut before I eat a popcorn ball.
Okay.
That's how
You're
bad
feeling-
those popcorn balls
I'll
are.
get you both.
Yes. All right, last up in our Elite Eight, we're back to the gushy fruit barrels.
Gushy,
against
gushy.
just nasty ass milk duds. And for me, milk duds are just the worst.
For
So
me,
that's where my vote goes.
little hugs are the worst. It's like medicine. They could have given those cooler, not like much tastier Kool-Aid, weird bottle ones that we talked about last round.
Yeah.
But instead, for the same price, they got a barrel of medicine.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
even
know if I
cheaper.
want a
It's-
drink
you're-
as a Halloween candy.
Same.
These people
I
are
think I'm gonna have to
saving
go
money on the
Little
medicine.
fruit
It's
barrels.
cheaper than actual cough syrup.
It just
These are
makes your kids
thrifty
sicker,
people.
that's all.
I don't like 3 milk duds
I would eat
that, are,
3
that
milk
melted
duds.
together.
Oh,
But-
God, it's so
but-
worst.
Better than a fucking barrel of Robitussin. Like, hey kids,
Yeah, I mean, I've never even had these, and they look terrible.
They
Like,
are
They are terrible.
I'm gonna go with the.
I would much rather
fruit
have.
barrels.
I'd much
Julian?
rather have milk duds, so I'm going little hugs
Alright.
and barrels.
fucking little hugs suck.
God. Alrighty, we've got a very divisive Final Four here. Everyone's equally angry about something. That's what I like to hear on Bracket Up. So
Before
let's
we
hit,
move on,
Yeah.
is everyone's least favorite still here?
No.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
everyone who is the one that they picked to be the winner still here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have a feeling we all have the same one we think is going to be the winner. There's one that is clearly everyone is not happy about.
Well, it's probably going to be one of these two.
Definitely.
So it's either nasty circus peanuts or nasty spider rings.
Now,
are hard.
Andy, I'm just floating this weird hypothetical. Just picture someone giving someone a spider ring for like as a wedding ring.
I might try it.
As bad as a ring pop.
5-year anniversary.
I like ring pops. Don't
Ring
put
pops are
ring
okay.
pops and spider rings in the same. Two
No,
different
ring
nowhere
pops.
near.
Ring pops are fine. I'm just saying, if you were to propose to somebody with a ring pop, it's no
Yeah.
different than a spider ring.
Here's another thing to think about. One of these is edible, and the other one is a circus peanut.
Some good shit there. That's good.
Wow, that was good.
But no, honestly, who the fuck wants toys for Halloween?
Yeah, the
No one
literal
wants to.
bracket is worth Halloween treats, not like.
Fucking spider ring.
Here's what I'm gonna say. If I was a child, I'd rather choke on the spider ring
Oh,
than eat a circus peanut. But,
Raised you.
but I just don't like. You get the yo-yo. You're like, wow, a yo-yo. I see all those cool kids in the 90s walking the dog. And then you like throw it and it like snaps and breaks the wall or something.
there is a way to make yo-yos less cool. You just did it. Walking the dog.
I don't know anything. Here's another Bridgeview story. One day at school, we had a surprise assembly, and it was these like yo-yo tricksters. who
Oh, yeah.
came
I'm
and did,
sure
like,
they went
yo-yos.
through all the schools because I had the same exact thing.
I
It's
was
a
like,
racket.
what the fuck is
What?
this? They come and they're like, "Hey kids, wanna walk the dog?" I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"No."
I remember this.
I
Oh my
vaguely
God.
remember this.
And they're like, they do a triangle like the Illuminati, and then they take the yo-yo and it like
Uh-huh.
wiggles through the triangle.
Yes.
Wait a
What are
minute.
you
Rock
doing?
the baby, I think that's called, or something
Oh
like
Yeah.
that.
my god.
I saw that at a school talent show once, but I didn't know that there were grown people that were going around
No,
school.
these were
Uh-huh.
guys in their like mid-30s, like a traveling yo-yo trio.
Uh-huh. They
Career
hit up
people.
my school
That's
too.
how they make their money. Wow.
Yeah, they made their money walking the dog.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
want
like,
that.
So I
Shout
got
out to
the
them.
I got the yo-yo in my Halloween thing. I'm like, maybe I'll give it a shot. And, like the string snaps and it like breaks my mom's vase. I'm like, oh no.
I nearly fainted for unrelated reasons when they came to my school.
What?
Unrelated reasons.
Okay.
Okay. That's just a weird concept to me. Like 3 grown men going to high school showing them how to walk the dog on a yo-yo.
Hey, could you imagine having a more pathetic life? They were probably inspired by Halloween
It-
toys. We
hey,
should all vote
They
for
probably
it.
ate
People-
Boston baked beans.
Every
Maybe.
kid brought a yo-yo the next week to school.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I tried it for a day, and then I'm like, this
Uh-huh.
is stupid. Who the fuck does this?
Yeah.
See, I can't hate on yo-yos though, because my dad used to collect yo-yos and he showed me how to do all that stuff.
Yeah, but was your dad a traveling yo-yo
Oh,
Oh
artist?
God,
Man.
no.
And a traveling yo-yo man.
I don't know how we got on this, but Spider Rings is very much in that wheelhouse. Of,
Well, I have now
Memories.
remembered, along with spider rings, and another popular Halloween toy was the fucking yo-yo. The yo-yo that's like
Yeah.
this big.
Yeah, it's not even a real
Yeah.
yo brand yo-yo.
and you know, Spider Rings was the most disappointing one. Like there was the
Oh,
Skull
yeah.
Ring. That one was better than the Spider Ring.
Not all the
Skull
rings
Ring
were
could be
stupid.
badass.
They were all bad, but there
Yeah.
was definitely a worse one.
Yeah, I'm voting for spider rings for
I'm
sure.
going spider
I'm sorry,
ring.
circus
Spider
penis.
Ring.
Circus penis.
Guess I'll stick with that.
So that was clean sweep.
I think so.
Yep, that's your vote. Yep.
Woo, baby. Spider rings onto the finals. All right, bottom of the bracket. Raisins against the Little Hug fruit barrels. And I think
Ooh.
now is when I'm turning to. I think Little Hugs are worse because I just enjoy raisins and everything.
Raisins are good. Now look, I get the Halloween raisins, although I would get the little, I don't know what they're called, but the little red box.
Sunmade.
Mhm.
Sunmade. I had
Those
no
are
problem.
those are regular raisins though. They're
That's
not
the
the
raisins I
Halloween
got
ones.
for Halloween.
No, I got gushy ones of those.
got
It's
the-
called Gucci, Dave.
Sorry.
I got Sunmade. The little boxes of Sunmade.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm,
Yeah,
they're
Sunmade.
good. They're good.
I'm gonna go with Little Hug Fruit Barrels. 'cause
Little
that
Hugs
shit's
are
just awful.
fucking trash garbage.
Yeah, and again, you don't want to drink when you're
Agreed.
going
Andy, I
trick-or-treating.
heard you're switching. You switching to the good side?
Yeah, because I like raisins, and I was never that mad to get a box of raisins into my bag.
I'm going raisins.
Yeah, Dave. We all like eating boogers, but we don't like drinking Robitussin.
Andy, what cereal did you eat as a kid? Because I feel like you were definitely happy about getting Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran's fine.
Yeah, actually, I
I
like
like
Raisin Bran as a kid.
now.
Y'all are
Not as a kid
weird.
though. Not as a kid though.
As
Yeah,
a
not as a
kid,
kid.
I did as a kid. It was just
that's weird.
it's fine. It's good. It's tasty.
I would eat a
Not
lot
as
of
a kid.
oatmeal with raisins, and I still do. Oatmeal with raisins is delectable.
Agreed.
I'm sure with good raisins they are.
Yes, it is. Especially they
I don't
got
like raisins and shit.
See, I take those Gucci raisins from
Gucci.
Halloween and just
Gucci.
plop them in my. I don't remember.
Do we
Was it
never use that word again?
Gucci? Yeah, Gucci.
So
We're gonna make
gross.
Gucci raisins.
What were we? What it was? Gushers. What did we call them? Gushis. I thought.
Gushers.
Gooshers.
Gooshers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take these Gucci raisins. Yeah, fits right.
I
in
will
with the
find
theme.
out what the drink with the faces on it, by the way, because we have an old box. It doesn't have any, but we just have a box in the basement with the name on the side. So
Post it in the chat. I'll post it on social media when this
Okay.
episode comes out.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm confident it's down there still.
I'm super excited to hear it, to see it. All right, so we've got our finals for the worst Halloween treat to get in your trick-or-treat bag. Spider rings / crappy Halloween toys, Little Hug, Robitussin, Fruit Barrels. These are both awful.
Look, I have hyped the Little Hug fruit barrels this whole time. They're terrible. I'd rather probably just not trick or treat as a child than get them. But the toys are definitely the worst thing you could get in a Halloween bag.
Spider rings for sure.
Yeah, both of these are things that are not a treat in any shape or form.
Well, yeah, but I couldn't put candy as the title, so I just put treat. Because it's like, oh, I was treated to like a shitty ass yo-yo. Boy, somebody hates children. Also, now I'm thinking of those 35-year-old traveling like circus freaks with the yo-yos. And I just imagine like when they went trick-or-treating, they were so happy to get these toys. And I don't want to be a broken man. I don't want to be going to elementary schools when I'm 35. Like, hey kids, want to walk the dog with me?
Oh, that just sounds so wrong.
Sounds
Yeah,
awful.
just like getting a yo-yo or a spider ring in your Halloween bag. And that's my vote.
I don't think you
Ring.
need to bring up more proof. Spider rings and Halloween toys are the worst thing on this list.
I heard Dave say it
Spider ring.
too.
They are the worst.
Yeah, I'd have to stick with that.
I mean,
Boom.
all right. That
Pretty sweet.
was an anticlimactic final. Oh,
A
what
little
did you
bit.
guys put as your least favorite?
My least favorite's actually Smarties, but the one I expected to win was Spider rings.
Yeah.
Same.
Uh,
Actually, my least favorite was raisins. My least favorite was raisins, but the one I expected to win was spider rings.
Tom?
My least favorite, I'm sticking with dots because they're fucking garbage. And
God.
but I thought circus peanuts was gonna make it all the way. To be quite honest.
And Andy?
My worst is fruit. I hate getting fruit, and I thought circus peanuts would beat out spider rings, even though I think I voted for spider rings.
Yeah, I might have
well.
voted against Smarties. I don't remember.
My least favorite was Little Hug fruit barrels, but I thought spider rings would win. And by the end of this, I convinced myself that I think I would rather get a fruit barrel than a spider ring.
I'm still getting you a whole box of spider rings for Christmas.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah! Merry Christmas 3 months in advance, man.
9/20/2021. I'm gonna come on the podcast. I'm gonna have a spider ring necklace, spider rings on all my fingers. I'm gonna braid my hair with spider rings.
I'm gonna buy a bunch of spider rings and then hide them throughout your house.
The gift that
Kelly's
keeps
gonna
on
hate.
giving.
Kelly's gonna hate every last one of you.
That's good. That's good. What else does this podcast do if not create fissures in relationships?
Look, it even got
Marriages.
Buzzful.
We got Buzzful. Buzzful's man. Thanks,
Yeah.
Buzzful, for watching.
He came from the podcast. He wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the pod.
That's true.
That's
Oh,
true.
man. All right. Anyone got anything else to say before we wrap this up?
Y'all should try Boston baked beans.
No, my
Girl.
Hell no.
save
All right,
yourselves.
Please, people, do not try Boston baked beans. But I think I'd recommend you to try every other item that was on our best candy list. Everything else is pretty good. Boston baked beans just got awful. But stay away from spider rings, little hug fruit barrels, raisins, and circus peanuts, please.
Halloween raisins.
I get, yeah, okay, specifically Halloween raisins. So I
Whatever
think
that means.
Yeah, I got normal raisins in my Halloween bag. It was good. Oh man, Bears let up a touchdown. It's now
Yeah,
going to be
sure they're doing
17 to
fine.
10.
Still winnable because they're winning. So I think that's going to do it here on Bracket Up for our special two-part Halloween episode. Again, the best treat to get in your trick-or-treat bag was a Hershey's Cookies and Cream. The worst thing to get in your trick-or-treat bag was a spider ring or some other stupid top or a yo-yo or whatever.
Oh,
so
we
many
didn't even
tops.
talk about the tops.
So many tops.
That's
Well-
what those were.
Yeah, they were
Sort of
like
weird
dreidels
tops.
almost.
Yeah, they were bad. It was awful to get those as well. So if you want to follow us on social media,
Oh God, hold on.
oh
Did
no,
you ever get those fake watches?
Yes.
No, I never got fake
Yeah.
watches.
It was just like
No.
a little rubber watch with like a sticker on the face.
Yes.
Oh.
There's
Oh.
literally no purpose whatsoever
It doesn't
other
even
than to
tell
look like a
time.
fuck.
They
Yeah.
would just give us garbage in our faces, and we have to say thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
pissed off.
And then they're all
I'm
upset that
Upset.
they're all upset about participation trophies. You gave us yo-yos and tops for Halloween.
Wow, that sucks, man. This is a downer. We're ending this
Yeah.
episode
It is a
on a bit of a
downer.
downer.
Well, let's talk about Boston baked beans then.
No, shut up.
No.
All right, social media shout outs. Instagram, we're at Bracket Up Podcast, one word. Twitter is bracket_up. We also have our YouTube channel. We've got Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, a handful of the other
Facebook.
podcast sites. Facebook, yeah, we've got a Facebook page as well. Feel free to check us out on there. This was a lot of fun, though, guys. I'm glad we
This
did
was
this
a lot of fun.
two-parter and we kept it, to under an hour in each
Yeah.
part. I think that's what I'm most proud of, is that we didn't
Yeah,
turn
for
these
real.
into 3-hour episodes. I'm proud of us. All right, for Andy Mysek, hopefully you keep wearing that Bears jersey. Mr. Man with the same name. For Big Bear Dave Holloway, for the principled Greek Lightning Tom Kairos, and for King Giggles, the Giggle King, Julian Griffin,
Yes.
I am handy dandy Andy Jarek. It's been a pleasure to see you. Happy Halloween, everybody.